This video will demonstrate how to journalize the formation of a partnership. One partner has contributed capital from a business while the other partner contributed cash. The problem says that Ginger and Marianne have agreed to form a partnership on January 1st, 2016. Ginger has a paintball business with the following balance sheet. The fair market value of the shooting equipment and the office equipment are $10,000 and $2,000 respectively. Marianne invested $20,000 cash. So first, let's put Ginger's contribution to the partnership in journal entry form. So the partnership was formed on January 1st. And so to put on Ginger's contribution, all we do is go down the balance sheet and pick up everything that she's contributed through her business. So the first item is cash, and that was a total of $9,500. Then she contributed accounts receivable of $2,000. Notice that accounts receivable has an allowance of bad debt of $200. This $200 represents what probably is not going to be collected from the accounts receivable, leaving $1,800 as the net accounts receivable. We're not going to be putting in any net amounts. We're just going to put in the accounts receivable, and then when we begin putting in the credits, we'll put in the allowance for bad debt figure. Okay, the next asset that she put in was supplies. And those were $200. And then inventory of $3,200. Now for the property, plant, and equipment, she added shooting equipment. The shooting equipment had depreciation of $800 with a book value of $10,002. Now the rule says that all assets go in at their fair market value. So it tells us here that the fair market value of the shooting equipment is $10,000. So we're going to debit shooting equipment for $10,000, ignoring the cost of the equipment and the depreciation and the book value. Likewise, for the office equipment, we're going to put in its fair market value of $2,000, ignoring the cost and the accumulated depreciation and the book value. Okay, so that takes care of the debits. Now we will come over and put in the liabilities. Okay, so accounts payable was brought into the partnership of $1,200, and then notes payable was brought into the partnership of $5,000. Now let's not forget the allowance for bad debt. We have to list that. And that was $200. Now it's time to fill in her capital figure. So the Ginger capital will be the net amount of these entries. So I'm going to add up all the debits and subtract the credits. So in order to balance out this journal entry, I am going to add $21,800 to her capital. Now we still have Marianne. Her capital needs to go on the books. It says that Marianne invested $20,000 in cash, so that is a much easier entry. We're just going to enter the date, enter cash of $20,000, and then give her credit for that. Marianne capital for $20,000.